I'm not even talking about the addiction itself. It's just the mindset that you're fucked. And this is just the addiction aside.
Yeah, but you have outside influences literally in your body helping that decision rather than just like your normal day-to-day stresses and concerns.
Sure, but I've still heard people who aren't addicted to heroin that still don't believe that they can pursue some sort of
I'm
test that
definitely
they're
not
after.
saying that if you're addicted to something and you think all is lost, then yeah, you're on the right track. I'm just saying it's more understandable to have that thought, and I don't know, it can't be judged the same as being like, I just didn't feel like working that hard today. Like when there's something in your body that literally makes you need more of it, otherwise you could actually die if you don't get it.
Oh, from the withdrawals?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody did tell me that you could literally die.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Don't do heroin or any hard drugs. Light drugs, dabble in, sure. Everything's fine in moderation, I guess. Just be real careful.
Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, heroin was used as like anesthesia for a long time.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Either that or I'm just thinking Game of Thrones. I'm pretty sure that's what Milk of the Poppy was just heroin.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But yeah. Opiates. I think that's the poppy things that people were smoking back in those days.
Appa Suits.
Yeah.
That's a suit company that makes
it's
like Hawaiian shirt split suits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen those either.
They're cheap. Don't get one.
Just because they're cheap doesn't mean that they're bad.
Well, they're cheap and they're bad.
Oh, okay.
I haven't actually personally
Like
owned
an
one.
anchovy
It doesn't
pineapple
matter. I'm
pizza?
doing it again. I'm gonna watch this back and be like, oh, I veered us off a perfectly interesting topic with one of my dumb tongue-in-cheek jokes.
Is that true?
I mean, it's happened before, so.
Well, I might have totally not heard something you said. Getting back on failures, when the camera light is on, it's really bright.
Yep. Tricking me into looking at it.
And when the cameras are rolling, it's sometimes hard to be in the moment.
Yeah, you're kind of focused on what you're going to say next, not listening to the other person.
Yeah.
I've definitely caught myself doing that a couple times. Not so much in later episodes, but the first couple, like I was definitely like, you'd get done talking and it'd be my turn to talk, and I'd be like, I don't know what the hell he just said. I don't have a single word in my memory that I could go back to.
So we're both just like spitting out random thoughts at each other. And
Yeah.
neither of us are really like absorbing the other person's thoughts. And we're just both.
Yeah, well, that's why you'll notice in those earlier episodes that, like, you'll ask a question and then, like, I'll respond with a dumb joke based on just, like, a keyword or two. And then, but by the end of that joke, I'll answer the question seriously because I've then had time to process and think about what the fuck you actually said.
And then I won't even hear your answer because I'll be so focused on the next question.
Hey, you're just looking down reading while I'm talking. Just, oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's bad.
Yeah, well, I don't know, like it's just, I think we're getting more comfortable. We're growing into it a little bit.
Yeah, everything.
I don't sway in my chair as much.
I don't know, it's been pretty noisy over there.
I said as much.
Oh, okay. I need to get some WD-40.
Yeah. Or just another chair. Your chair didn't squeak.
Well, my chair will squeak if...
Yeah, make it squeak, Andy. Make it squeak.
Okay, maybe I have the better chair. Maybe I have the better chair. I don't want to say it's a weight difference. That might be offensive, but maybe I do have
How dare you? How fucking dare you?
I might have a better chair.
I go to the gym 4 times a day. How dare you? Yeah, now you're making it squeak.
I got it to squeak.
That noise
squeaks.
you're hearing was added post-edit. He's just doing this with movie magic to make himself seem right.
That chair squeaks too. They all squeak. They're 90s kitchen. How do I describe these?
Squeaky chairs.
They're from the 90s. They're kitchen chairs.
They got a lot to say.
And they kind of like recline and they're on rollies. And
But there's no lock to keep it straight up.
No, there's not.
So if I just relax at all,
Yeah.
Like my weight tips it back.
Well, that one, we also twist the knob that one all the way over, so I think it
didn't do anything.
It wants to recline more.
It just wants you to touch its knob.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, you're almost there. Oh, I'm so close to locking in place. You're almost there. Just tug it a little bit.
Yeah.
Try spitting on your hand. That'll help.
Sometimes it does.
In a twisting motion.
That definitely helps.
Oh yeah, it's straight up now.
Yeah.
Penis jokes.
Okay.
I'm mature.
What are the biggest mistakes you see young entrepreneurs make? I think we would be considered young entrepreneurs.
Yeah, but then by that label, I don't really have a lot of experience observing other amateur entrepreneurs because I'm still figuring out my own shit, you know?
Do you know anybody else who's trying to launch something?
Oh, yeah. I mean, plenty of people, but I guess I'm more just... I see what they're doing, and my thought isn't, oh, they're doing this wrong or this right. It's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so, like, whatever you're doing, I don't know, let's see what you're doing. That seems interesting. You know, I don't have experience to judge, so...
Yeah.
It's, but it's kind of nice, because as you're both learning, like, I said Jessica Bauer, she's an artist also.
Yes,
And
she paints your nudes for you.
She paints my nudes. She does. She has. It's one of her best-selling pieces too. It's weird.
Gotta get her on the show.
I gotta paint more nudes myself. Actually, yeah, she'd be a great guest to have because I mean she's pretty much in the same boat I'm doing, except she actually paints, so she has originals to offer people. So which is way more impressive. I mean, she'll lie, and it's very nice of her, but she'll say that the digital stuff is harder. But I mean, if I can't pick up a paintbrush and make anything decent worth looking at, I could draw pencil and paper, but we've covered it before how I hate coloring. It's tedious to me and not as much fun.
It's a lot of the same motion, especially when you're using crayons.
Yeah, crayons are bullshit. We gotta go over the crayons. But yeah, I mean, like, they kind of bounce ideas off of each other.
So you've talked to her about...
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, she just, it was Surreal Portraits, I think, on Instagram was her handle. I think it's different now. Or she's,
we really need
eerie arts, eerie illustrations. Eerie illustrations, I think.
You know what we try to do? I'm just gonna interrupt and give some people behind the scenes. Where Adam will come over, and then we'll start talking for like 10-15 minutes, and then we'll both realize that like we shouldn't be talking unless the cameras are rolling. But now the cameras are rolling, and I'm thinking like, wow, we really should have prepared these plugs a lot better.
Yeah, because I don't really have the specific details on any of them.
Anything. And so,
but again,
where's the line?
The line is down here, and I will send you all the information, and you'll provide that information below that line where they can click and view it.
Ah.
You know, when they say, like, links in the description below.
That's true.
Links in the description below. You can put, like, a...
Not on the screen, though.
No, you know except for this link.
Okay, it's
this
there.
Link right here, right, Andy? There's a link in my hands?
Yeah, there's a link in your
hands. There's going to be a link in
my
hands.
You better give it some love. Give it some love. Oh,
is that what you meant?
Yes. We're going to do some fun things with that shot. But you know why I can't put links on the screen, right?
Because people have to click on the screen and it's like moving all the time and stuff?
No, because it has to be a YouTube partner.
Oh, okay.
It's like a perk.
But that is something you can do eventually.
That's unlocked, yeah.
I mean, not in this, but yeah.
Not right now. Not unless we had, like, I don't even know what it requires to be a partner. I do know what it requires to monetize. I don't know if that's the same thing as being a partner, though.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it's easy enough to just stick them in the description, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everyone says on YouTube videos. Links in the description below. I never look in the description below and click the links, but these people will because they're good people.
It's true. I don't really ever look at descriptions either. Until I started making videos, and I was just like, what do these people actually put into these descriptions? And then I'm like, oh, okay. Well, actually, Lauren helped me out figuring out how to write the descriptions as well.
See, she's a fucking pro.
But also, there's, like when you wrote that description of the video, a video that you shared, I thought that was genius. And I used that for that entire, like, where it's just this education is the only kind you can get. I don't remember. I already butchered it, but
the
it was
kind of
genius.
education you can only get by watching two normal dudes struggle to grasp the most basic of concepts and misunderstand. Yeah, you're right. I don't remember either.
But it was genius.
Well, thank you.
I really liked it.
I have a flair for words when I have like an hour and a half to sit there and try over and over again and mix and match.
And then I was just like, I need to hire somebody to write fucking descriptions for my videos.
I'll do it.
All right.
Just pay me.
Do we have
to say things for the show that I'm on?
Do we have a fifth card for the fifth episode?
I looked for one before I left, but they're all still boxed up from the art show.
Speaking of the art show, we can get back. Oh, actually, first before I do that, let's read this inspirational quote from Gary V about biggest mistakes he sees young entrepreneurs making. I do think it's an interesting point. Building businesses that only work during best-case market scenarios. Today's current market conditions are not allowing young entrepreneurs to cultivate strong business discipline. The best business people aren't just good at peacetime generals, they're fierce wartime generals too. Protect yourself before you have to face that situation. So basically, like, we haven't really hit that hard times.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if this is entirely what he was getting at, but because he said, like, well, not building a business for best case scenario, but kind of expecting best case scenario or planning for best case scenario, which is hard not to do because, like I said, I think I said in the last episode, I tried not to go in with expectations, but it was hard not to do the math like, oh, if I sell everything, then I'll make this much money. And then, like, going in with the expectation, like, I could make up to this much money, and not really considering the bottom half, like the realistic half. You know, you're probably going to sell like 3 or 4 and make not what you put into this.
But you could make a lot of cool contacts.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, what I was trying to convince myself is that I didn't have expectations, and that's the act that I played the entire time. In the back of my head, I'm going to sell out. Everyone's going to buy. Everyone's going to be love it. He can't go on there with that kind of confidence out loud. You have to be humble.
So what's the change that you're gonna make then for the sipping the bar?
The change? Oh, well, I mean, a lot of the changes
as
I
far
would
as
make.
the expectations go.
Oh, same, just going in with no expectations. But I'm saying, it's human instinct to be like, but I'll probably do really good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna expect anything. If they stand and applaud, if people want to kiss my feet, like, I mean, that's if that happens.
I'm like speaking more of like, are you gonna move away from the possibility of the money and realize, no, this is a great opportunity for me to make contacts and spread word of what I'm making?
It's too specific of a avenue of thought. It's pretty much like considering all those things all the time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like it's a facet for sure. If I use that word right.
I think so. I'm not the guy to ask either. I, failed a lot of schooling and
yeah, so did I.
In words.
Definitely look at us for advice on growing small business and life advice in general.
So
mindset.
Okay, I don't think we really narrowed down though, like what growth happened from the craft fair to
this next one coming up.
Let's talk about some growth happening.
I guess I can't really tell you what the growth was until it happens, and I could tell you what the difference was, but I don't know. I don't feel like that.
We can talk about just going into it. So you know,
I think it's all subconscious. I think once it happens, I'll be like, oh, there was a notice from this time. Once I have them both to observe, then I can probably tell you the differences. But honestly, right now, I don't have anything that I'm set in stone like, this is what I'm going to do different this time, except for things that probably I can't really predict, like layout, like, you know, like I had trouble with the terrain and the weather and stuff like that. So I might work on that, get stakes for my my displays.
What the terrain's going to be like? Is it going to be outside again, or is it going to be in a building?
No, it's I don't even know where the fuck it's at. I think it's in like a park. Somebody was saying I really got to relook at it, but it's at the end of next month, so I got plenty of time to figure out what I'm doing. if I'm going to do the one this month at the Beaver Dam Park, I should start doing that homework real quick and figure that out.
Totally forgot about that one.
Yeah, but this is in terms of growth, like things that I figured out then and there. Like I said, when somebody comes into the booth and they appear interested, have something to say.
Yeah.
Like that one girl I said came in. That was like the first like hard lesson I learned was this girl comes in and she's like smiling, look around like, wow, yeah, this is awesome. And I'm just, thanks. And then she's looking at me and I'm looking at her, we're both smiling and nodding.
Yeah.
And then she's like, all right, and then walks away. And I'm like, I should have had like a pitch. But,
Yeah.
and, you know, like, so just I'll probably work on that, have some sort of little opener rehearsed, you know, nothing long, just hi, welcome to my shop.
Yeah.
I made these myself. I'm the artist. I'm Adam.
Keep
Maybe
it
not
simple,
that.
yeah.
That was terrible. But yeah, just something to say.
Yeah.
Because again, like I was kind of in the mindset that like,
Well, you're just so fucking stressed out about just setting up.
but no, I did deliberately try to leave people alone, or that was my idea going in.
that's
Like,
right.
I'm not going to try to bug people because, like, I hate. Like, I went garage sailing today. You know how many garage sales were awkward because, like, I'm going to walk up and look at this stuff and pretend you're not just sitting there watching me. Pick something up that you're not even interested in. Oh, yeah, that I got the blah, blah, blah. And you go, oh, wow, yeah, interesting. Oh, cool. Oh, all right. I'm going to set it down now and not buy it. Cool. I'm going to leave now because now I feel uncomfortable. Like, I hate that. I just hate that pressure when. So my idea was like, I'm just gonna pretend I'm kind of like preoccupied. I'll say hello when they come in, and then I'll just like play around on my phone or something to try and like let them do their thing. And apparently that's just not. I'm weird. What I want doesn't relate, or just doesn't. What's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't apply to everybody.
I'm absolutely. I think
Translate.
in every episode you've asked me to think of the word that you're thinking of,
And you haven't gotten it yet.
and I have failed miserably every time.
the asparagus. Waffle iron. Waffle fries?
Yeah, but you do eventually get to that word every time,
Yeah.
so that's good.
I'm good at thinking of words when I have time to think about words.
We just get.
That's why I'm more impressive in text than in conversation.
Oh my god, I'm horrible at
Interesting.
Text. It should be
Impressive.
obvious by now that I'm horrible at text messaging.
I don't even use punctuation anymore. Like I have, here's the 5 things I have to say real quick. Here they all are in order. You
Oh.
figured out.
I'm just talking about I send really weird stories to people.
Oh, I haven't gotten many of these weird stories. I know I'm kind of offended. What
I-
are you
I
leaving
told
out?
it-
What
I-
aren't you telling me, Andy?
I told it
If
to
that
you
is
in
your real
person.
name.
Yeah,
It's not. Fine, Waters, if that's your real last name.
It's not.
Who are you?
Yeah, I know. It's a middle name. It sounds like a last name.
My
though.
name is my real name.
Is
That's
it?
how cool I am. It's not as mysterious, but
Well, you have a biblical name. So
damn
it's,
right.
it's not like
First of my kind.
so there's no shortened version. My full name could be up to interpretation as far as a shortened version of it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you wanna?
I was about to say, so we good to wrap this up now? Or?
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we
No, this
covered
is
some
fun,
good
but-
stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you having me once again.
I appreciate you coming.
It only took a week.
Planning is tough.
Yeah, it is, especially, when we both have normal people jobs also.
Yeah.
Doesn't leave a lot of time for pursuing your dreams, but by golly, we make it happen.
Yeah. Even if it takes.
That's what this channel's all about, you know?
It is
Or this channel, or this show, podcast.
making stuff happen.
Yeah, making them moves. Like I said, just I don't know. It's just because, like I said, I'm on a couple of art groups, and it's frustrating when like you see somebody post like with a question like, "Hey, how do you get like I want to do this, but I'm not having any luck. Like, what are some steps I can take to improve my odds of selling my artwork and making this like something I can actually benefit from?"
Yeah.
And it's just so much like vague, like the life coachy, like believe in yourself and just never give up. And like that's the mindset you're supposed to have after you figure out how to actually get the wheel turning, like the ball moving. Like, you go on social media, so, you know, find events to sell your stuff at. Like, like, nobody ever wants to give specific examples on, like, what you can actually do. It's just believe in yourself and know that it'll work out. You know, if one person likes what you do, then buys one, then and like, it's not bad advice. So, like, it makes you feel better, but doesn't give you anything solid to hang on to. Like,
it's really Mike V. That's Mike V advice.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, he's a little more specific than that.
No, Gary V is more specific.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Mike
I
V.
didn't even realize you called him Mike V. I just was like, yeah, that guy that we're reviewing.
Mike V advice is not helpful at all.
And I don't know, I think there's just not enough of that. There's too many people trying to, like, profit on vague advice that will keep you searching for an answer buried within the bullshit that they have to offer. But just, like, I would much rather read a self-help book that was 3 pages of just bulletins. You know what I mean? Here's some things you can do.
Yeah. There are articles like that.
Good. There should be. Like, you can, like, here's different ways to, I don't know, like, if you're trying to sell something, just like I said, find a group, go on a buy-sell trade.
Just to play devil's advocate, though.
Okay.
I do think that there's a line where you could give somebody really specific advice, step-by-step guide on how to start something that they're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to go do this, you get that, talk to this person, and you do this, and that's your start right
But
there.
that's one list.
Okay?
Like,
But then that person's like, doesn't believe in themselves. So now you just gave them the wrong part of. Now that person actually needed to hear, well, you need to believe in yourself and blah blah blah.
Everybody knows that, though. The thing is, you can't even entertain the idea of believing in yourself until you've seen yourself make some sort of minuscule amount of success or some progress.
I completely agree, but it's really hard to get that person to actually do.
Oh, how do I be successful? Oh, you got to believe in yourself. Okay, I believe in myself. Now what? It's that fucking easy.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, but now what do I do?
But what I'm saying is, you could tell them what they do right now, and they could be like, well, I don't know if I could do that.
Well, once you have tools to actually use, like, I can say, I don't think I'd be a very good woodworker because, well, first of all, I don't have any tools to even try woodworking. Okay, here's some tools. Okay, well, let me just, oh, hey, I think I'm onto something here because I have the physical, tangible items
True.
to utilize and figure out if I can actually make something of this or not. Yeah. It's like you know, I'll use music as an example for like the 25% of the people watching could relate to. But like learning guitar, like you can learn when you learn guitar or any instrument really, what you're being taught is something specific. You're learning how to play a chord. You're learning how to play that scale. You're learning how to play this song. It's then up to you to utilize what you've then learned in different abstract and creative ways. Mix and match. I'll take this and put it over here by this. You know, that's otherwise every guitarist would just be playing pentatonic scales up and down the fretboard, just just like it. That wasn't even a pentatonic, but it doesn't matter. 75% of people won't catch that. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just saying, how do I learn how to play guitar? Well, you just got to believe in yourself. Okay, motherfucker, but like, which notes? How do I make a note? How do I make it make sound? Are you believing in yourself? Yep, still not making sound. Mm-hmm. It's just that advice, it looks great on paper, and you can probably get people to click on your link and read your ad-filled article to receive that. Maybe there's a nugget somewhere buried in there that's actual advice, like actual something you can use. My rant is over now.
All I'm saying is, I agree with what you're saying, but there is a portion of getting somebody to actually learn something that requires them to actually believe in themselves. Like, you could have that person sitting there.
So they already have the tools and have already been trying and still don't believe in themselves?
You could have that person with no guitar come to you and say, I'd like to learn how to play guitar. And you go, okay, first step is get a guitar. And then they go, I mean...
Well, no, I would just hand them one of my many guitars.
Well, that defeats the purpose of my example.
Yeah, it was.
You cannot hand them a guitar.
If it was that easily defeatable, then maybe it wasn't a good example, Andy.
No.
That was my first try. I didn't even think that hard.
Okay, well, then they refused the guitar. They go, no,
Well,
no. I don't want to use your guitar. I want to have my own guitar, but I'm not sure if I want to get a guitar. What's a good guitar? And now you have to tell them about all the different brands of guitars. And they go, well, now I don't know. I don't know which guitar I want.
But I don't know. Does that really translate to the same as being not good, like certain or confident in yourself? Is that a confidence thing, or is that just like a weird,
now you're
difficult?
You're talking yourself out of it. You're coming up with a bunch of excuses.
But you're already here at my doorstep having this conversation in person or in text. Like, you've made that step. You wouldn't make that step and then decide you don't want to buy a guitar, but still continue to have that conversation.
Oh, you're thinking way too logically here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
that's. I'm just saying that's why that scenario won't happen.
But I'm telling you, it does.
How do you? Who? Name one person. How many people have you went to go teach guitar to, and they were like, "Well, I just don't want to buy a guitar."
Maybe not guitar specifically.
That's what I'm specifically talking about. That's why it's a good example.
Okay, you know what? Actually, yeah, I wanted to learn how to play guitar, and I have my own fucking guitar, and I still don't know how to play guitar.
You did know how to play guitar at one point in time.
No. I can make constructive noise.
No, you wrote songs. Like they were. You knew how to play guitar. You weren't bad at it.
Oh, that was fun. Like
now you're not believing. But see, this is what I was going to get at.
Okay.
You had the tools, and some knowledge, and then you lost confidence. That's the order that should go in. Like, sure, you can. Like, if you don't have the confidence but aren't willing to put in any effort to figure it out, then can't help you. Just that this isn't. Give
You're
up.
fucked,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just figure that part out first, and then once you've made some effort and then decided. Well, that's when that ember needs to be blown on. Like, it's, I don't know, useless to encourage a mindset in somebody who isn't even willing to take the actual physical steps. That this person wants to have that initial, like, instant gratification of, like, I'm going to learn guitar. And everyone goes, oh, cool, congratulations, that's super awesome. I think you're cooler now. And then now they don't have to learn guitar because they've already gotten the praise.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what I'm...
I think that's a great closeout statement right there.
All right. Well, let's finish up then, because that's my bedtime.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.